In this video, I'm going to show you how to install these performance headlights on this Toyota Tacoma. Let's get started. At the top, there's a Phillips head screw. Put a screwdriver on it and remove it. Now, unfortunately, my tab is broken, so this is not going to basically do much for me. So I'm going to get rid of that. At this point, you should be able to pull straight out on the corner light, get it off of the vehicle, and on the back side, you'll see the tab for the electrical connector. Press it, wiggle this back and forth until it pops out. Set that aside. Do the same on the other side. At this point, you should be able to take your grill and wiggle it, maybe pry on some clips here. Unfortunately, mine is broken, so it actually pops right off. If you look on the back side of it, you'll see all these tabs along the back of it, and most of them are broken. Looks like there's one that's still intact, and if you look closely, you'll see a tab here that sticks up and down. Sometimes you're supposed to pinch these to free up the grill. Like I said, mine are all broken except for this one, so it falls right out. To take this headlight out, there are two mounting nuts on the side here, 10mm socket. And on the other side, there is a 10mm bolt tucked right in there in that bracket. Take that out. And with that out, we should be able to pull off the whole headlight. Now this bracket has a little hook that goes that way, so you have to pull it out. And then you can remove your headlight assembly. Of course, don't go too far because we do have the wire on the back side, which you just wiggle and unplug. And there's your old headlight assembly. Now with your new headlight, you're going to want to plug it in first. So line up the connector on the back side and press it on all the way. And now the bracket that needs to line up is going to have this hook here going right into that cutout on the front radiator support. And you're going to want to slide the two studs in on the outer part right through their mounting holes, just like that. Then you can line up this bracket, hook it in, and line up the bolt hole so we can put that bolt in and get it tightened up on one side at least. When you snug this up, don't over tighten it so you don't break that plastic. And now the two mounting nuts on the outside here. Snug those up. If you're doing this by hand, at most 1/8 of a turn for all of these nuts and bolts. You don't want to break anything. Do the same to the other side. Now let's take the grill and slide it over the headlights. Make sure you don't scratch anything. Try to line it up with all of its mounting points. You'll see if you look from the top, all of the pins that need to line up. Just kind of wiggle it into place. Watch both ends so that you make sure they're all sliding into where they're supposed to. And press it on around the headlight at the bottom here. It has a little clip that locks in. There you go. You'll hear the clips kind of snap into place. Perfect. The grill's now nice and tight. Now let's plug in the corner light. Once that connector clicks, line it up. It's got a tab down here and one up here. And of course, at the same time, the top needs to slide under the fender but over the grill and the headlight here. Make sure you line everything up nicely. And if it doesn't seem to line up, take it back out and look at it again. Otherwise, you can break it if you tap it in like this without it being lined up. Now with everything lined up, install the Phillips head screw to lock everything down. When you tighten this, don't over tighten it because it's just screwing into plastic. So once it gets snug, just give it an extra turn and you should be good to go. Do the same to the other side. The alignment point on the headlights, I know this is the old one, but it's the same on the new ones, is going to be this stud right here. You would turn it with a little wrench or socket, and this will push the headlight in or out and make sure that you align the beam so that it's aiming properly.
Now we're going to get the vehicle ready to aim the headlights. Start with the tire pressure, making sure all 4 tires are set at the appropriate pressure. Remove any excessive weight that's not normally in the vehicle. Find a wall that you can drive up to where the ground is level. Measure 25 feet away from that wall and mark the ground. Drive your vehicle up to that mark. With the headlights off, look for the center dot in the headlight lens. Measure from the ground to that center dot. You can use a ruler to help you out. Transferring that measurement to the wall, making a mark with some tape. On the driver's side, measure down 4 inches, putting another piece of tape. For the passenger side, you only need to measure down 2 inches. Now turning the headlights on, it is easier to do this at night or in a dark area. Locating your headlight adjuster and using a Phillips head screwdriver, turn your adjuster one way or another to bring the headlight up or down. Once the headlight is adjusted to the tape mark on the wall, move on to the next headlight. If you're confused because the beams seem to blend together, you can always have someone stand in front of the other headlight while you make your adjustments for that one. Now your headlights are aligned and you're all set to go.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.